It is Friday the 13th. Welcome on into Daily Cards Live here on ClaibsOnline.com, presented by Munganess, St. Louis Acura, and Royal Banks of Missouri. I'm Joe Roderick, joined alongside by Bob Ramsey. Rammer, it's been about 24 hours since we last talked. We did a Cardinal postgame show, and now we get ready to kind of forget what happened with the Orioles, and we welcome in another team that dons the color orange. The San Francisco Giants are in town for a 3-game weekend.
Yeah, and to me, and I've talked about it for a few days now, but the compelling thing about this one is the Giants saw Juan Yepez, saw more of him than they wanted to see, but now they not only know what he's done, they know how they tried to pitch to him, and I'm going to be fascinated to see what they do to him or try to do to him this weekend, and if he can adjust to that, or if it doesn't even matter, he's just going to continue to rake. So I'm really interested in watching Yepez.
Yeah, that will, we have seen, we saw in the Baltimore series, they knew how to position themselves against him. We'll see how they do transitioning here. The Cardinals, though, on the other side of things, they face Logan Webb tonight. Logan Webb's last start came against the Cardinals, where he went 5 innings, allowed 8 hits, 4 earned runs, and the Giants still got the victory in that game. So the Cardinals were able to hit Logan Webb. 8 hits in 5 innings against Logan Webb is very, very good against him. He's a very good pitcher, and the Cardinals were able to get to him and put up some runs. Unfortunately, that was the game where the Cardinals, or where the Giants, just went off against Steven Matz. So you see Steven Matz go yesterday, and today it's Jordan Hicks. They switched things around. Jordan Hicks, we'll see him push himself, hopefully even further than he has in past starts. And so far, we've talked about it here on the show. I've enjoyed the experiment of having Jordan Hicks as a starter.
Can he give us 5 innings on 80 pitches?
I mean, he'd have to. The thing is, he is such a swing and miss pitcher that he would have to induce a lot of outs off of batted balls.
Well, because that's averaging 15 pitches an inning. More than that, I think, is too many pitches an inning. So that's what I'm hoping for. 5 innings. I'm not even saying be ahead, because some of that's not his. If he gives up a run or two and you haven't scored, but has his team in the ball game after 5.
Yeah, we will. We'll see that. We don't have the Giants lineup yet. Cardinals lineup, though. By the way, hey, I have 2 tickets to tonight's game for the Giants and the Cardinals. And right now, I don't believe there is any rain in the forecast for.
Not supposed to be.
For the game tonight. Yeah, you will have that window now until after 10 o'clock of no rain. So whatever platform you are watching this on right now, leave a comment below. Tell me you want those tickets, and they will be yours. The Cardinals tonight will go with this lineup: Tommy Edman leading off and playing second, Paul Goldschmidt at first, Nolan Arenado at third, Juan Yepez is DHing tonight, Dylan Carlson at right, Tyler O'Neill in left, Brendan Donovan at short, Harrison Bader in center, and Andrew Kisner is behind the plate. Rammer,
I was going to say, Joe, I think it's a good lineup. I might have shuffled the bottom 4 around a little bit, but I think the bottom 4 probably doesn't matter that much.
I am still wondering where we talked about this so much last year when Paul DeJong was struggling and waiting for Edmundo Sosa to get his shot. And then we went into spring training, and they were so in on Paul DeJong that it didn't look like they were going to give Edmundo Sosa a shot. Now Paul DeJong is down in AAA. Edmundo Sosa was activated yesterday, and Edmundo Sosa still can't break the starting lineup. I had a story on Weekend Joe that's up on Claibs Online right now about a French soccer player who was kicked off the team for farting too much in the locker room
and laughing about it.
Yes, and laughing about it. I wonder if we're looking at a situation like that with Edmundo Sosa, where maybe he's just doing something where he's just not a likable guy. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know that. I don't know either. It is a bit of a head scratcher because he was the catalyst. everybody participated when you win 17 in a row. But that run from the middle of August to the end of the season, he was the guy that got it going.
It is, I get wanting to get Brendan Donovan at bats when he's here. Brendan Donovan earned a spot on this roster in spring training, but it took him a little bit to get here. I understand all of that. I'm still just perplexed as to why there is hesitation with putting him in the lineup.
Well, the last time you saw him, he struck out 4 times. So it's hard to erase that memory. He really wasn't having competitive at bats in April. So I think he'll get in there at least against lefties to start. If Donovan cools off or shows that he can't, there are certain plays he can't make at shortstop. I don't think that'll happen. He's a utility guy more than likely. And Sosa will get in there. I don't think it's anything to fret about yet.
The Cardinals tomorrow will be facing a guy by the name of Jacob Junis, and then a lefty on Sunday in Carlos Rodon. So in that left-handed game, we know Albert Pujols will get a start in that one on Sunday Night Baseball. So ESPN wins big on that, getting an Albert Pujols start for their primetime game. Interesting to see. Yeah, I guess you say Edmundo Sosa does start against the lefties there. What else the Cardinal lineup will do this weekend with the Giants in town, looking at the fact that you just played them last week?
Yeah, and I think certainly there are scouting reports and things they have to do, but I think the hitters approach, they have to worry about themselves more than the other team at this point in time. And I think the aforementioned bottom 4 in the order each have their own issues they need to work out, and this would be a good time to start working them out.
It sure would, as the Cardinals could use a series win after dropping 2 of 3 to the Orioles this past weekend.
Let's face it, O'Neill's the guy that everybody's, giving the stink eye to right now. He needs to figure it out. He was your best player last year, and right now he's your worst. Now that DeYoung is down.
Rammer, some series to watch this weekend around Major League Baseball. You have the Padres and the Braves in Atlanta. You have the Blue Jays are down in Tampa, and I think the one the one that I'm going to have the eyes on that actually started yesterday, the Yankees at the White Sox on the South Side, and God, that lineup is.
Yankees. Yeah, that'll be really good. The thing that's interesting about the Padres Braves, though, they signed Robinson Cano. Did you see that?
I knew that they were working on it. I didn't know that they had actually made it official. Yeah,
I think it's done, and I wonder if that creates a DH platoon with Luke Voit.
Luke Voit
had a couple of homers the other day.
Yeah, I was going to say Luke Voit just absolutely demolished 2 baseballs the other day in his return off of he's been on the injured list for a bit, so he returns, hits 2 home runs, and
I don't know if Cano's got anything left, but I appreciate a team. They don't have Tatis back yet. Hey, let's keep finding usable parts until he gets back. I really appreciate their approach.
Not to mention that, but this is also a team that right now, I mean, Manny Machado might have surpassed Nolan Arenado for NL MVP in the NL MVP race this year, hitting .383 with 7 home runs and 22 RBIs on the season. So, it's a team that's something. Again, sometimes you do that to look for like a spark. You sign a guy like that, hoping maybe you can get something. This is a team that's already doing well enough with the roster they have, and they're saying, you know what, hey. If it works, it works. If not, okay, we're on the hook for a couple $100,000.
Yeah, exactly right. So I like that. Then I interrupted you talking about the Yankees. They scuffled for a few games early in the beginning of the season, but they're kind of getting it figured out now, and they are formidable. That is a good ball club.
I mean, Aaron Judge, it just seems like I have Aaron Judge on my fantasy team, and it seems like every day I get an alert that he hit a home run. And then you see the highlights that Giancarlo Stanton, the home run he hit opposite field yesterday. Remember, that ball didn't get more than 15 feet off the ground.
He had a career high 6 RBIs, and Rizzo isn't even really hot yet. And once he gets, and Donaldson isn't really hot yet.
No.
I mean, and Hicks is not playing well. And we know Hicks is a terrific player.
And don't remember they have Joey Gallo on their team too. Again, he's a guy that's capable of hitting a lot of home runs for you. He's going to hit 190 on the year, but he can hit 30, 35 home runs.
I shouldn't pick on him. I kind of use him as the poster boy for what I think's wrong with the game, but he's playing left field for them, and he'll you're right. He'll hit a bunch of homers.
Yeah. It's one of those where, if it comes down to it, if you're not getting production out of Corey Dickerson, if Nolan Gorman is just not in your plans for 2022, do you swap Paul DeJong for Joey Gallo? Is that a move that you could see being made to get a left-handed bat on the team?
You mean for Memphis?
I'm just going to throw Gallo for DeJong out there in the atmosphere. I'm throwing it out there into the baseball universe, and let's make it happen. Why the hell not?
No, because we're going to bide our time for Xander Bogaerts.
Okay. I don't know what I haven't workshopped what a trade for Xander Bogaerts looks like yet. I can tell you that it does not involve Liberatore or Gorman. That's what I know it doesn't involve. It doesn't involve one of those two.
Gosh, I don't know. I think if he's signable, I think that's the key. If he's signable, you'd trade anybody.
I don't know. Let's get to June before I start. Yeah,
it's a fantasy deal anyway. Who knows?
Rammer, tell us about our friends at Royal Banks of Missouri.
Royal Banks of Missouri, growing so fast, but at each and every branch, it feels like your hometown bank. Whether it's the multiple branches in St. Louis, across the river in Granite City or Jerseyville, or in the number of banks that have joined the Royal Banks family in Northeast Missouri. They're all there with one thing they want you to know. Better service means better banking.
He's Bob Ramsey. I'm Joe Roderick. This has been another edition of Daily Cards Live. We will talk to you on Monday once again right here on Claibs Online, presented by Munganess St. Louis Acura and Royal Banks of Missouri. Enjoy your games this weekend.
At St. Louis Acura, we have over 330 pre-owned vehicles of all makes and models. And all of them are covered by our St. Louis Acura Promise and backed by our Better Business Bureau A+ rating and 30 years in business. We also service all makes and models of vehicles, including glass and bumper repair, paint touch-ups, and full mechanical services from one of our 24 technicians. St. Louis Acura, better than ever for you, no matter what vehicle drives you.